Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, marks of all ages, welcome back to your Wrestle ReMarks. As always, I'm your host, Chris.
And I'm Pat.
And this week, we got a lot to run through, given that we had the Rumble and everything like that. And we're also going to run down the Rumble right away and try to do it as fast as we can to get into the news wire, because we got some news that pertains to some things that happened in the Rumble, and we don't want to ruin it before we get to it.
Yep.
So let's go ahead and start, I guess, with the men's Royal Rumble match. Not very many surprises this year.
Yeah.
What did you think about that?
It really doesn't matter, I guess. I mean,
I think it being over there in Saudi kind of hindered it some.
Yeah.
Because when Powerhouse Hobbs came out, you knew he would have got a huge pop in the U.S. But over there it was pretty quiet. Mr. Iguana, it was quiet.
Yeah.
La Parca, it was quiet.
Which it wouldn't have been in the States.
Matt Cardona, it was quiet.
Yeah.
It was pretty quiet for a lot of those entrants, and we didn't see very many surprises. Of course, they had already announced Brock and all the big guys,
Roman and
all that. And I liked what they were doing with Jay, where Roman was like, "Yeah,
guy here."
Yeah, I like it because I feel like that's gonna make him lean into a more serious note rather than the whole, "Oh, let's run it back, let's be playful" type deal.
Yeah.
I feel like Roman used that as a message, like, that's enough playing.
Yeah.
It's time to get to work.
Yeah, it's a Rumble. I ain't your friend today.
But it was a strong opening performance by Obafemi,
of course.
He came in number one, even though Braun Breaker was supposed to be number one, because we saw that
they
on
botched
SmackDown.
That botch.
But he ended up being number two. We saw a masked assailant show up and take out Breaker, which a lot of people were clamoring, wondering who it is. A lot of people still think it's Seth. I don't think it's Seth. It looked like a pretty skinny.
Yeah, he was kind of lanky. Yeah,
pretty lanky. I was thinking more Ricky
Steven
Saints.
Richards. No, it's
but why would Ricky Saints do that?
Yeah,
that's my only issue. So I don't know.
Yeah, I think he's a little too. The hands are a little too light to be Ricky Saints. Ricky
You think
Saints,
so?
A little bit like my skin color.
Maybe. But I mean, under those lights, it's all different.
True.
So, we also had Gunther come out, and this was after his match with AJ Styles, which we'll get into a little later down the road, because that was probably the most important thing of the Rumble, to be honest. But Gunther came out, still kind of groggy. You could tell
his leg.
He was
selling that leg.
And he still had a dominant performance.
Oh, yeah.
I was hoping he was gonna end up winning, because that would have been the perfect Rumble to solidify that top monstrous heel, but that didn't happen.
Yeah.
Instead,
we got the Zebra.
The Zebra. When Roman Reigns came out, he kind of cleared house most of the time, and it ended up being him and Gunther at the end. I was hoping it was gonna be Oba and Roman, and all the big guys. I was hoping it was going to be that way. It's like, oh, it could be anyone's game.
Yes, sir.
But at this point, it could have been anyone's game between Gunther and Roman. So I was excited to see that go down. I would imagine this is playing into Gunther getting back in the title picture and going after Roman, because I feel like Roman eventually is going to win the title again.
Yeah. I mean.
But you think that'll be against Punk? I mean,
they already.
We'll get into
Raw
stuff.
Don't start doing that.
But I mean, who knows, man? Because it's up in the air right now. I'd imagine, since we kind of spoiled it already, I'd imagine Punk is going to be in the second night, given that he's going against Roman.
Yeah.
As an actual main event, so his dream will come true.
Yeah, his crocodile tears will actually mean something.
I loved the standoff between Oba and Gunther, and Brock though.
Oh yeah. Brock eliminating Oba. That was
already some seeds planted.
Yeah.
I wish they would have at least traded a few blows before everybody ganged up on them. I think that would have made it a little bit better. But that standoff, of course, you already know is going to lead to something down the road.
Yeah.
But Roman Reigns is your Royal Rumble winner, and let's just go ahead and get into that I almost forgot. Drew McIntyre interfered.
Yes, and Sammy, of course. Sammy and Drew. Drew got the upper hand on Sammy.
Yeah, and but Drew ended up helping eliminate Cody Rhodes. So that's more seeds planted for their future.
Yeah, and of course Jacob too.
Yeah, and now that we know Roman's going after Punk, this is a wide open thing for the title picture. And it has been recently. It seems like they're kind of just busting this thing wide open, and to the point where it's like, oh, anybody could go for the title.
Yeah, which is good. It's kind of
it gives it a little more unpredictability.
Yeah.
The final stretch centered around, of course, Reigns and Gunther, which was a dynamic performance between them, and Roman Reigns ultimately wins. But we'll get into the Women's Rumble, and you weren't happy to see one of those surprise entrants.
I don't think anybody was happy with the people we watched it with, because and as soon as you open your mouth, everyone was like, "Shut your mouth, Doug. Why would you say some stuff like that?"
Well, for context, Nikki came out, and as soon as Nikki came out, I looked at Pat and I said, "Remo."
Everybody.
It better not happen. Hell no. And of course it happened. Oh man.
We should have recorded my reaction. next one we'll record. I got up and I wanted to walk out. I was like, heck no.
But welcome back, Brie Bella.
Yeah.
She was always one of my favorites upon the Bellas. I've never been that big a fan of Bellas, but if I had to choose one, it would be
Yeah,
Brie. I feel like Brie has the
you.
better wrestling ability, but I feel like that also stems from being with Brian.
Yeah, her husband's the GOAT. Literally.
But anyway, we also had another surprise entrant at the last, which it was time.
It's Tiffany time. Heck yeah. Tiffany needs to do that for sure.
We were just watching some old stuff with Vader too, because we got to do a review after this as well. So, but that's all I could think of after I said that when we were watching it.
Tiffany turns heel. It's Tiffany time. Tiffany time. Oh, squeaky.
But that made you think, hey, possibly Tiffany Stratton could win this thing.
Yeah.
And I told you from the jump that it was going to end up being all Judgment Day at the end. It didn't happen.
I thought it
kind of happened.
Kinda.
But it didn't because who was it that got eliminated first? I think it was Roxanne, right?
Yes, Roxanne, and then
it was just
Liv over here being an a-hole to my girl.
Eliminated Raquel, which plants seeds for the whole breakup angle, and then Raquel would go to
I don't want to talk about that.
To fight for the women's championship. We'll talk about it more down the line and talk about what's next. But ultimately, Liv Morgan won. We didn't see no Bianca.
The greatest.
Surprisingly, no Trish.
Oh yeah.
Surprisingly, no real old school women showed up. Not even AJ. And everybody speculated AJ was going to be there, because how is AJ not going to be?
Light it up
in the Rumble.
I thought you were talking about AJ Styles. I was like, never mind, no.
Now we'll get to that here in a minute. But of course, that plants seeds for the whole Liv thing, and which we'll get into more down the line. So it's going to be a lot of factors in place for the whole Judgment Day breakup, I would assume. And speaking of which, Dirty Dom, I believe, is supposed to be cleared soon.
Dirty Dom.
He's been out with a shoulder injury, right?
Yeah.
So he should be coming back to the ring soon, from an update I just recently saw. As also, we had the Undisputed WWE Championship match between Sammy and Drew McIntyre, and man, Super Sammy came to play, didn't he?
Yeah, Sammy. That's what it looked like. Yeah, but of course, you cannot.
It was wild, dude. How many Future Shock DDTs were there? And then how many Claymores at that?
Claymore after Claymore. So stay down.
You need to protect your signatures and finishers better.
For real.
I don't know. That's just my opinion. But the crowd there was loving it.
Of course
they were 100% behind Sammy.
Yeah, they love Sammy over there.
And I could have seen it happen because there was at some points where he would bust out a haluva kick out of nowhere, and I thought, oh damn, maybe it is over. But that was not the case. Ultimately, Drew McIntyre retained after multiple Claymores, as I said, and multiple Future Shock DDTs. Sammy received strong support post-match as well. They gave him a standing ovation as he got up. And this one I felt like was a good little low.
Yeah.
We had our highs with the Rumble and everything. This was a good thing to kind of bring us down a little bit, build us back up, and go into the women's. Because I think, no, the men's, because the men's was after that one.
Man, men's was the main event.
Yeah. So, and then also we had the Gunther and Styles match, so you want to make sure you keep a light balance there.
Yeah, exactly.
But this was a career-threatening match, as we spoke about before. Gunther versus AJ Styles, and the end of an era is officially here. Mm-hmm. Gunther and Styles had a hard-fought battle. Styles threw everything he could at Gunther. And ultimately, in the end, Gunther kept locking in that sleeper. That sleeper is deadly when you give it to Gunther, man. He locked it in a few times. Styles kept on firing up. It kept on looking like, oh man, we could see him come back. Pele kick, boom, Gunther's back at it. Like nothing happened.
Yeah.
Just monstrous, just showing off all his prowess. And ultimately, Styles never gave up.
Yeah, and he passed out.
Not like John Cena, who tapped like a little you know. But ultimately, Gunther did say that Styles passed out like a little.
Oh gosh. I mean, Gunther's too good. In the ring, on the mic, on commentary. No, I was playing. But I thinking back now to watching this match, I did appreciate the whole what happened. Like what happened? Like, oh, I passed out. It's over. Like, oh dang, okay.
Well, and then it was a shock to everybody there because Styles kept looking like he was gonna fire up again, and then it was just like, all of a sudden it was over. That's the best way to shock the crowd. Give Gunther more of that heel heat. Now everybody's gonna hate him even more.
Yeah.
And of course, they gave Styles a standing O. Thank you, Styles. Mm-hmm. He was about to drop the gloves in the middle of the ring.
He put him back on.
Decided not to, put him back on, and walked off. So, what's next for Styles?
I'm not a human. I shot him with my gun. Bullet Club 2.0.
Oh, man. I don't know, man. Triple H at the end of the show was saying some stuff. We'll get into that here in a second, and we'll also dive deeper into what just released yesterday. Yeah. As Styles had an interview. So
AJ freaking Styles.
Let's get into that. Are the other key moments of the Rumble. You know, Brock Lesnar returning is a big one, and him facing off with Obafemi, and Obafemi making his debut was huge alone.
We still don't even know where he's at.
He pulled off a Brock and was just eliminating people left and right after he was their number one, and would just wait for the next person.
Yeah,
so
heck yeah.
He looked dominant. It looked great, and then they protect Breaker by doing the whole stomp thing on the outside by the masked assailant, and Oba just dropping him. Because, I mean, come on, you can't have Oba drop one of your top guys and Oba's just coming from the NXT.
Yeah.
So it was a good way to protect him as well. Brie Bella obviously returned, as we talked about, and briefly reunites with her sister Nikki. So I would imagine we'd see more of them here soon as a tag team, which is good. I do not really care for the Bellas, as you always known, but I can't deny their star power, and just them being in the women's tag title picture is going to elevate that division even more, because it's going to bring more eyes no matter what.
Yeah, true.
Now, Tiffany Stratton, of course, enters late and finishes as the runner-up. That was a pretty cool Oblivion that Liv gave at the end.
It was.
To Tiffy, but That one with Sol Ruka was odd.
Yeah, I don't.
Who's gonna go for a Soul Snatcher off of this
during a Rumble?
Yeah, and go off and eliminate themselves. Because that's what it looked like.
There's one more person we didn't talk about their star-studded performance in the Rumble.
Who?
Lash, dog.
Oh, I thought you were gonna talk about Javon.
Oh no,
Javon had a great show.
He did too, but Lash stole the show for me, bro.
Oh yeah,
she was super dominant,
and everybody was booing her. It was so great.
Yeah, it's good. It's good.
But of course, AJ Styles' in-ring career officially concludes, and with that, we dip into our news wire because there's a lot here, and we just need to get it started. And of course, we want to start with AJ Styles rumors that are running rampant. So according to Triple H, he was assured by Styles that the Rumble was his final match. That's what he said after the show in that post show. But then we hear a little more again after that, and it seems like he's keeping the door open after he talked with Stephanie on her podcast. What is it called? What Is Your Story?
Yeah.
So if you want to know everything that happened there, you can check it out. It was a pretty good listen. I'm not that big a fan of What Is Your Story, but with AJ Styles being there, he kind of makes
sometimes Stephanie has good enough people on her show.
I don't see the point of her co-host, but you know, to each his own.
I don't see the point of your co-host either. No,
get out of here. Oh man.
Well, yeah, he also noted that he hopes AJ will stay with the company and remain involved backstage, knowing full well that if AJ decides to keep going, AEW and TNA are both options.
That they are, and you would imagine that he could go to those places if he decides not to work in the back. But of course, they're gonna try and give him some sort of offer to kind of keep him there because they know, like you said, they know. Those two companies are options. Even New Japan is an option at this point.
Well, what's to say that he doesn't go do his little retirement tour everywhere else? Yeah. And he comes back as a producer.
Yeah.
Which, I mean, we don't see nothing wrong with that.
Like I was telling you, whenever it happened, I would assume as much that he's gonna go on a per show basis to AEW, have a program with Samoa Joe for the last time, and ultimately end his career in TNA.
Yeah.
That's how I see it, especially that he's given that little door still cracked type deal going on there. I would assume that's what's going to happen. I would hope so, at least, because I would love to see it end in TNA. But if it ends in WWE with that match, I'm all for that as well.
What if Joe goes to TNA and they do it in TNA?
I mean, if AEW is willing to work with TNA, that's a possibility, but who's to say that they're going to be not willing to work with them because they're working with the ops?
Oh, the ops, dang. The Fed. Oh, wow. Yeah, but speaking of trips, his mother-in-law was in the news again. No new updates on the Ring Boy trial, though.
And he was, before we get into that, Styles was at some point supposed to go to the headquarters this week. I would assume it was for that podcast. Mm-hmm. So who's to say that he even talked to anybody about having a backstage role? But like you said, Linda is back in the news, and this time it's not about the Ring Boys trial. Linda McMahon was set to visit McKinney Elementary to celebrate the 250th birthday of America, but the U.S. Education Secretary's visit has been canceled.
Yeah, WFSB reports school officials said parents expressed concerns about it, with many saying they would even keep their children home from school over it.
Yeah, that's a pretty big deal when the parents are trying to keep their kids, especially because the school gets paid off of their kids just being there. So they ended up canceling, and they will no longer have it. I don't know if this is because of her ties to Donald Trump or because of the scandal, because either one could be
either one, probably
both. I would say the scandal would be the main reason, because I mean we all have our own sides and our own beliefs, and those kids could have still learned something valuable from Linda, but given the circumstances and, you know, the trial looming over her, as well as, you know, just being with Trump's office, you know, people are gonna take sides, and, you know, even families were expressing that, you know, it's a shame, but what can you do? Switching gears to one that's really cool, though.
Yeah, this is
I
dope.
feel like it's really cool, at least. Dean Malenko's daughter, Marie Malenko, officially made her pro wrestling debut at Pro Wrestling Noah in Japan.
That's insane, and not just because of the name, but because starting in Noah is not easy.
No, not at all. That's deep waters right there.
Yeah.
And that's one of those, like, okay, this isn't legacy handed to you type moments. It's one of those earn the hard way type deals, and she's doing what she can to better her craft and hone her craft elsewhere and continue to build towards a bigger company. And you would think maybe WWE might have their eyes on her because they work with Pro Wrestling Noah sometimes too. So there's always that possibility, and I would love to see her show up. Dean Malenko was
the greatest.
An amazing
the greatest,
talent.
bro. Greatest.
And he was just underrated back then. He's still underrated
ahead of his time.
He was one of the best technical wrestlers at that time, for sure.
Better than Brett, in my opinion.
I wouldn't go that far.
If they would have, did they mix it up in WCW?
But Brett was not only technical, but he had a mind for the business.
True.
And he was able to convey that emotion every time, you know, make you feel for him, whether it was selling for a move or being a heel. Like, he made you feel that.
Yeah, he did.
So
that review is still stuck in my head.
Oh, I know. When we were watching for the review, because I was watching back a few Raw episodes, as I was telling you, of 97, and I'm like, man, this heel Brett was so good. Too bad it was coming to an end.
Yep.
But we'll talk more about that once we get to that. We don't want to spoil nothing. But let's go on to a next one that sparked some conversation. CM Punk compared Lexis King to himself, especially about his early positioning that doesn't always kind of fit the traditional mold.
Yeah, basically, Punk means like Lexis is you either get it or you don't type of talent, which is why King needs to work harder, not because he's a son of Brian Pillman, but because the character he portrays. Yeah, it's kind of a full circle moment.
It sucks.
This review is gonna irritate me.
I know.
Yeah.
Because the review that we're doing is Bad Blood 97.
Yeah, and
I was watching a lot of stuff. I was like, man, Brian Pillman was doing great at this time. Oh man, it would have been so great had he stayed. And then next thing I know, I go to Bad Blood. I didn't even know this had happened that day of Bad Blood. And
it's been years, man. It's been years. Passed. Yeah.
And that kind of like got me down because I was really loving what he was doing on Raw at that time.
You know what? And then speaking of Lexis King, I was watching NXT this week, and I really think Buddy should lean into that a little bit. You know, like the loose cannon.
I think he's starting to.
Yeah.
It looks like he's starting to. There seems to be like some little
a shift, right?
Yeah. So we'll have to wait and see what he does next. Would you think that they bring back the Pillman name?
I don't know.
Maybe if he comes to the main roster, they change it. Who knows?
Yeah.
But let's move things over to TNA, where things got a little chaotic. Steve Macklin opened up his Feast or Fire briefcase on Impact and revealed that he is fired. Fired.
Fired. That's crazy work. Dude just signed an extension in January, although it wasn't known how long that extension was for.
Yeah, so Fightful mentioned that Macklin is keeping a tight-lipped. Plus, there's no confirmation on whether it's a work or not. So if it's a work, they're working the whole backstage, because even backstage, they don't know what's going on.
Yeah.
And that tells you TNA is really leaning hard into this unpredictable TV right now. Whether it's good or messy. That depends on the weekend. It'll remain to be seen. But they are gaining more viewers. This past episode where Macklin revealed that they brought in 201,000, I believe it was. So that's a big spike, 18% spike from last week. So they are not only maintaining viewers, but gaining viewers.
Whew, you go TNA.
I'm excited for this new era, man. It looks promising. Hopefully it keeps going on a uphill stride.
We're always in a new era nowadays.
Yeah, I mean, it seems like the whole wrestling thing is being reset recently, even with AEW.
Everything.
A lot of stuff in AEW that I've seen makes me kind of want to tune in and see what's going on over there again. So sometimes I do, and I'll keep it on in the background. Some things will catch my eye, but I haven't sat there and actually watched it.
Yeah.
But speaking of possible free agents and Steve Macklin, another former WWE NXT star, as you know, Macklin was former NXT star as well. But Shane Haste, also known as Shane Thorne, has officially become a free agent.
Things are starting to heat up on the front. AEW just signed 11 people, so clearly TK has that checkbook open, but we can't forget TNA is the best position he's ever been in. TNA's been in the best position it's ever been in.
Yeah, it has. And
I don't know. I still got a little gripes. Why are you gonna put old girl on TV?
I mean, she was only there for like a split second.
It was just hilarious. It was just funny.
Like you said, TNA is a viable option. Who knows? Maybe he goes to TNA and gains the eyes of WWE again.
Yeah.
As you know, he was slapjacked in Retribution, unfortunately. And had his last match, I want to say, like in 2021 before he was let go, right?
I believe so.
But since then, he's been killing it over there in New Japan. Was open weight champion at one point. Also tag champ. So he's been learning new holds along the way, and we could possibly see him back in a WWE ring or an NXT ring, but it remains to be seen.
Yeah.
But as you were saying, TK has that checkbook open, which leads us to our next report saying another major star is expected to sign with AEW imminently, that being former Bullet Club member Clark Connors. His deal with New Japan is said to expire in January.
I also did see a picture of Hangman Page and Marty Scurll, so we'll see if something happens there.
Yeah, he's getting heat for it.
Oh, really?
Yeah, AEW people are... There's supporters and there's non-supporters, but there's more non-supporters getting after him because of all the stuff that happened with Scurll.
Yeah.
I don't know if that ever came to... I wouldn't say came to light, but if it ever was proven or not. I can't remember what happened in that situation.
Yeah. Well, since we're still on the topic of AEW sources tell Fightful that Connor's pending contract indicated their increased interest in the fellow Bullet Club member and former leader David Finlay, whose contract with New Japan expired during the same time.
Which is unfortunate because I love me some David Finlay, man, and I would love to see him in WWE, but I mean, TK has all the money in the world, and he's obviously signing talent left and right. 11 people. I think they had only like 10 people last year that they signed, and now it's only... Well, January just ended, so it's only February, and... That many people for real?
Yeah, bro. He's just a kid with a sandbox, dog.
That's crazy.
If you got the money for it and you want these people, you're gonna pull out that checkbook.
But on a quick WWE programming note, elimination qualifiers are set to begin on Raw next week. Not this. I don't think is it this week?
This Raw coming up.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, and which means things are actually starting to heat up and things matter now.
I mean,
they're
going to matter even more because of the whole Elimination Chamber. Would you think this is a whole number one contender type deal? Or Would it be like Punk in there at Elimination Chamber?
No, Punk's not gonna be in the chamber, and neither is Drew. But I do know who's gonna win.
So, number one contender Elimination Chamber.
No, usually that's how they are, right?
Should we have some from Raw and some from SmackDown then at that point?
Yeah, I don't see why not. I mean, what's wrong with that? Having the opportunity to let everybody get an opportunity.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But this is where momentum shifts with everything happening and Elimination Chamber being imminent. Loses suddenly hurt more. The people either are set up or disappear from the conversation. And the next one of our stories kind of made me laugh. Xavier Woods admitted that the New Day intentionally try to make kids cry, getting that real heel heat.
It was good. Forget them kids. That's some old school wrestling logic right there. He says there's no better feeling on the planet than a child that is upset and that are weeping because of your work. That means you did your job better than anyone could ever do it, which is the truth, bro. Because I remember I went to a SmackDown, and it's funny because it was the New Day. They were cheering for the New Day too, and I would want to be like, man, F the New Day. But I was like, nah, I'm not gonna ruin this little kid's, first wrestling show.
I always loved the New Day, but you knew that.
Oh,
you were like, why?
I didn't like the New Day at one point.
Yeah, when they first started, when they were doing that stupid
the
stuff.
gospel, the freaking whole gospel thing when they first started.
If it wasn't for that, we wouldn't get. Dave.
Yeah, I get it.
Because that's how they started.
Yeah, I get it. But yeah, I didn't like them. But yeah, the New Day is.
I just knew they were gonna be something. I just had that feeling.
Oh, dude, they're the second greatest tag team of all time.
Who's the first?
Yay.
All right.
I mean, right now. Maybe
we'll have to get into something like that. We'll try and rate our best tag team.
You already know. I mean, I don't know. They're not in my I'm talking about right now. They're not in my top. They probably are in my top 10, but not 5.
Maybe we'll do.
Yeah.
We'll do a countdown one of these days.
Yeah.
But of course, like you said, he's right. That's big heel energy from the New Day right there. Woods talked about going back to the heels of old. He said that they want to, quote, bring wrestling back to what it's supposed to be, end quote, using those damn Dudleys as an example, and throwing trash back in the WCW days where people would, or even in WWE, it happened that one night only whenever Shawn beat British Bulldog title, and they were throwing all kinds of trash.
Yeah.
Oh man, but yeah, he compared it to like the Dudleys where they would get nuclear heat with the fans back in ECW days.
Yeah, that Heat Wave promo, dog. I don't think they could cut something. I don't think they could cut something like that in WWE. You can't
do that again.
Yeah, no.
That was lightning in a bottle.
Yeah.
Sure. Now we move on to a more serious note.
Yeah, on a more serious note, Piper Niven shared an emotional health update amid a long absence from WWE.
Niven says she's in a good spot and apologized to fans for going ghost on socials. She knows we all have questions, but the truth is, she doesn't know yet. Further elaborating that some days she can't even stand for even a minute.
Wow. Things got emotional as Piper went on to say she wants to come back. This is what she's wanted to do since the age of 16, and I can't imagine doing anything else.
Which, I mean...
It's unfortunate, man. It sucks.
I mean, of course, man. You finally get this dream that you've been chasing, and it's all taken from you. And it's so hard. I can't imagine what she's going through. But in closing, Niven said she felt like she just started hitting her stride. She closed with a response on her returning, saying, quote, "I hope so. Keep your fingers crossed for me," end quote. Which we'll always keep our fingers crossed for you.
Yes, definitely.
But let's get into I don't know if I would say a better note, but better than that. A quick gaming crossover. CM Punk was asked his picks for WWE 2K26 DLC by Complex, and the names: Sensational Sherry and Raven.
Yeah, Those
he
are some good
proceeded
names.
to praise both of them and their work and how it still holds up today.
Yeah. I don't think there has ever be a better female manager than Sensational Sherry.
She's been on a few of them. I don't know if she's on this one, and I don't know if Raven's part of this one or not.
I haven't seen.
But I hope so, since he said something. I hope Raven is there. But he was joking around too. He was like, he could be Johnny Polo. He could be.
Oh gosh! Of course, CM Punk said that. That goes just as hard as that 2K26 showcase entitled Punked. CM Punk's personal journey which also contains what if scenarios that said to have an Eddie Guerrero dream match, which they fought in ROH, which is pretty dope, so
they just never got to run it on the big stage.
Yeah.
And finally, people keep asking, why is Chris Jericho still on the AEW page?
Because
the roster page.
His contract's not up yet. Dang. That's crazy.
But yeah, like he said, exactly. According to Fightful, he's still under contract with AEW. Why Jericho's contract why he's still under contract and it hasn't expired remains to be seen. But he'll be touring abroad with Fozzy all month. So I'd imagine we're not going to see him anytime soon. I believe he's supposed to be all month, and then he has some time off. And he comes back to the States, and it's from May on to, I want to say September maybe? Around that time, I can't remember. I looked at it, but yeah, he's going to be back on tour in the States in May.
Who knows? I mean, we don't know when his contract is up. I mean, it could be up around Mania season.
But it makes you wonder, because all those reports that his contract was going to be up at the end of the year, why isn't it up? Was it injuries? Is
Maybe.
It taking time off to be with his band? Is TK tacking on that time?
Maybe.
I mean, he started tagging on time to people recently.
Yeah, he did, yeah.
Because, I mean, it's the smart thing to do. You were too friendly in the beginning about just letting people go and go off and go to the next company, because then it kind of diminishes your returns. And it's just a smarter way to kind of get talent to try and stay there too at the same time. But I also never agreed with the whole tacking on time. But yeah. I mean, he has to be assertive in some way.
Yeah. So yeah.
Yeah, the landscape right now is pretty huge. Careers are in flux. Companies positioning pieces, and the road to Elimination Chamber is officially underway.
Oh, we're just getting started here on the podcast. We'll be cooking, and WWE is going to be cooking. Wrestling's cooking in general.
He's not wrong. Stick with us, because now it's time to break down what actually went down on TV. All right, so that's the news. Careers are in motion, contracts shifting, and Elimination Chamber season is officially heating up. But as always, speculation is one thing.
And then there's what actually happens with ring bells. Ooh, speaking of ring bells, someone got their bell rung on Raw.
Oh yeah,
literally.
Yeah, that was wild.
I haven't seen that in a long time.
But speaking of that too, when I was watching back some of the old stuff for this upcoming review that we have, I miss the ring bell.
Me too.
When they would sit there and it's over, stop, someone come out and help. You know, it just seems more urgent rather than letting them.
Yeah, and then having Adam Pearce come out here with this
hella late.
Yeah, hella late, and he has that big vein in his forehead, and yeah.
Man, Breaker was on one.
Oh gosh.
Oh man, that was good stuff. Especially trying to push that whole top badass heel that they're trying to make Breaker come out to be.
Breaker versus Adam Pearce at Mania.
I doubt it though. I don't see
Scrap Daddy. I'm tired of this.
I don't see AP coming back.
I'm tired
of
this. It just takes.
It would be cool, but I don't see him coming back.
Yeah, I know, but that'd be great.
But of course, let's go ahead and get into SmackDown. That way we can get through this episode and not keep you guys too long. I've been trying to keep it within an hour, but that hasn't worked. So I kind of condense this even more. That's why you don't see us going into as much detail. But kicking off SmackDown, Cody Rhodes calls out Drew McIntyre for taking the title and disappearing. Rhodes says if he wins at the Royal Rumble again, he doesn't want one clear path. He wants options.
The key word there is options. Cody wasn't fantasy booking. He was planting flags, and you could tell he wanted the locker room to listen, not just Drew. He's putting everybody on notice.
Yeah, warning shot. Right. I don't like that, dude. It just sounds so dumb. The whole thing the Usos are doing. But Randy Orton comes out and makes it clear that at Rumble, history matters more than friendships. He's chasing his 15th world title.
What I liked is there's no jealousy here. No bitterness, just if you're in my way, I'm in your way type of energy.
Yeah, so it's like, hey.
Yeah.
We're cool, but
we cool.
If I gotta get rid of you, I'm gonna get rid of you.
Yeah, bye.
Next out was Jey Uso talking about walking into WrestleMania with the World Championship right away.
Oh no.
He didn't even talk about I'm gonna win the Royal Rumble. He was like, I'm just gonna walk out champion during WrestleMania. That prompts Sami Zayn, who brings some emotional weight to it, admitting that he's never beaten McIntyre one-on-one, but he's undefeated in Saudi Arabia. For Sami, this isn't about moments. It's about finishing something he's chased his entire career.
That's classic. He never pretends the odds aren't there. He just dares himself to overcome them. That's why people stay invested with Sami.
That's true.
He's giving me kind of like a.
Is that super underdog vibes?
Yeah, look. He kind of gives me Mick Foley vibes, kind of, because I'm pretty sure a lot of people say you'll never be championship material.
Yeah.
And you know what I'm saying?
And Mick got his.
Yes, Sami's gonna get his one day.
And even when they ruined it, everybody switched and watched Mick getting his.
That's like they need to do that on AEW. Sami Zayn's gonna win.
And the tone shifts when Paul Heyman interrupts with the Vision and flat out says none of them will be champion after Mania, putting the spotlight on Braun Breaker.
Yeah, that didn't work out. He got a spoiler. He didn't think that he was gonna get spoiled. You know what I'm saying? But that's psychological warfare. Heyman wasn't just selling Braun; he was undermining everyone else, causing tension to rise.
From there, SmackDown shifts into the matches, and every one of them served its purpose. The United States champion Carmelo Hayes retains his title, continuing to quietly build one of the most consistent title runs on that brand.
Yeah, that's how you normalize being champion. No excuses, no chaos, just wins, and that adds up over time.
We also see Ilya Dragunov defeat Miz in a dominant fashion. And that felt more of like a statement than a contest.
Yeah, Dragunov doesn't just beat people up. He overwhelms them, and that's danger. That's a dangerous guy to have heating up near the Rumble season.
Elsewhere on the card, excuse me, Axiom picks up another clean win, continuing to build momentum without a lot of noise.
Yeah, those are the sneaky ones. You look up one day and suddenly they're contenders. That's how you build careers. That match was kind of the whole taking off the mask, putting the mask back on thing. I was like, okay, I get it, but it's a little much.
I think it's funny how they try to protect that mask so much, and we all know it's a kid.
I remember. I guess it works. I don't remember what the dude looks like at this point.
I do. But I watched NXT UK a lot,
yeah.
So. But everything on the show was building towards the main event. The 8-man tag featuring Cody, Orton, Jey, and Sami against the Vision. And because it's the go-home show, it didn't end clean.
It never does. And it never should. If it's clean, it's forgettable. That was designed to feel uncomfortable.
Drew gets involved, of course. Chaos erupts, and the match ends in disqualification after the bell. The breakdown continues, and then when Jacob Fatu shows up, He drops McIntyre, and the message is loud and clear.
You got what I mean? I think I said you were Kevin Hart.
Oh, yeah.
Jacob.
Okay.
No breaks. Just me. By myself. Nobody left.
Go night-night.
It's the best. Nobody left that ring feeling safe, though. Nobody walked out with momentum intact. That's exactly what you want before the Rumble.
Yeah, you want everything up in the air.
Yeah, and what's the name? It had no momentum. Braun Breaker didn't have no momentum during the Rumble.
That's messed
All I know, whoever the dude is under the mask has a beard. So if it is Seth Rollins, he has a beard. I saw a beard.
Well, he had chin.
Yeah, some chin beard stuff.
Yeah, he had something going on
some
there.
neck beard. It was Otis.
Something going on there. So, like I said, Ricky Saints, he has that.
Maybe.
I'm telling you.
We'll see.
He's a lanky dude, too. He had that same body type as Ricky. But the only thing is, how do you put Ricky into that? Why did he go after Breaker?
Yeah. I don't know. We'll see. Card subject to change. Everybody thought it was Montez Ford and Chris Jericho and all these other weird people.
There's no way it's Chris Jericho.
Yeah.
Chris Jericho is too
No,
stumpy.
I was talking about with Austin Theory.
Oh,
people think it's Austin Theory.
Oh, yeah. People think it's Austin Theory again. Which, no, it's not.
Yeah.
That guy is way too skinny to be Austin Theory.
Yeah, for real.
And he ain't got cakes. That was hilarious.
That
was the best meme.
It was the best meme. Look at that cake. Pause.
Oh, man. But SmackDown closes chaotic, unresolved, and tense. Everyone making their case. And now the Rumble decides who was just talking and who actually delivers. With that said, we roll in to our Monday Night Raw recap.
Monday Night Raw.
And of course, we opened from Philly. Immediately, it wasn't a quiet night. Right out the gate, the tone was aggressive, physical, and loud. And that energy carried straight into the opening moments. Before the first bell, Braun Breaker opens Raw, losing it. He calls out Adam Pearce, saying that his Rumble moment was ruined. They think they're conspiring against him. And he also threatens to wreck the entire show if Pearce doesn't come out.
Adam Pearce is easy to tell him no one cares about you more than you think people care about you. But he went full meltdown mode. The twitching, you know what he does. No promo. But warning shots. Stop putting that in there. Usos, no Usos.
Damn, I didn't even catch that.
I'd be trembling if I was that mystery masked assailant, though. Definitely, I don't want to take one of them spears.
I wouldn't mess with Braun Breaker. Hell no.
Nah.
But Paul Heyman blames Pearce, saying Braun was set up, being the second entrant in the Rumble, and then the whole first entrant thing that they had. And Pearce says he doesn't know who the masked man is. AP fires back, saying Braun drew his own number, telling him he should be grateful that he still has a job after everything he's done. That sends Breaker into chaos.
Yeah, that poured gas on everything, lit a fire under his butt, and Braun went into full ape S-word mode.
Yeah, he went into attack mode on Adam Pearce, man.
Yeah.
There was a few headbutts, right? And a few forearms that he tried to hit Pearce with. And he choked him too. He choked him. Yeah, he choked Pearce. You didn't see that?
No.
Jeez.
The last time?
Yeah.
The last time, yes.
Was it last time?
It was last time, yeah.
Was it?
Yeah, when he grabbed him by the throat, yes.
That was great.
No, it was good. I could see.
I guess we didn't bring that up then.
I don't know,
that's disappointing.
Yeah, it was a couple weeks prior when he got not let go, but suspended.
So security swarms, Bronson Reed pulls Breaker away, and LA Knight storms the ring with a chair.
Yeah.
And lays out Logan Paul and Austin Theory. Chaos ensues everywhere as we open Raw.
Literally.
And we get on to the first match of the night. Javon Evans goes one-on-one with El Grande Americano.
Which one?
This was fast, competitive, and physical. Speaking of which, we didn't even bring that up.
The biggest surprise of the Rumble
the original El Grande Americano showed up.
Gracias!
And El Grande Americano looked like he saw a ghost.
Yeah, well, which one saw a ghost?
Oh.
Hey.
Of course, they hit that same thing, like kind of like Ryo and Bravo did with him.
No, it kind of reminded me of Dink and Doink when they're like, you know.
Yeah. That would have been a good one had they done the
Yes, dude, yes.
That would have been awesome. But, where was that? Evans absorbed punishment early and fought back with pace and urgency. Then the original El Grande Americano interrupts, stopping everything pretty much. And it finished with things, Javon Evans finished things with the OG cutter to score the pinfall victory, of course, because of that whole thing. And he also stopped El Grande Americano from loading the mask.
Yep.
So that gave Javon Evans that opportunity, and he took it.
Yeah, that felt earned, not flashy, not lucky, just solid work. Evans looked like he belongs, and never forget that your boy is bouncy. It's my dog.
Next up, Obafemi in a handicap match?
Yeah, I mean,
not really.
No. You got it wrong. War Raiders in the handicap match. All right.
Obafemi just like wrecked shop. He came out and cleared house with the returning War Raiders. Chaos ensued, bodies flew, and the bout was ruled a no contest. But the message was clear. This was about physical dominance, and Femi was primed right there for the Rumble.
Still don't know where he's going, but it was short, violent, unpredictable. Sometimes that's the point. That's what intimidation is all about.
Yeah, it is. And this wasn't even supposed to be a match with Obafemi.
Yeah.
He just showed up and just
unsanctioned match for real.
I'm really curious as to, well, you know, this is how they set it up, but if there were supposed to be a match, who were they going to go against?
I don't know. Can I give you my well, in a bit here. Let's just do this first.
Go ahead. Just go.
I feel like the best opponent for Drew at Mania is the person who dominated the Rumble, bro. I think that's who's gonna win the Elimination Chamber. Dominant fashion. Oba versus Drew. Drew loses the title.
I can see that.
Because he still owes him.
But like, damn, that quick?
Yeah.
That'd be wild.
Yeah.
That'd be cool though.
Yeah.
I'd love to see that.
Me too.
How does it end up going back around? Because you know it's going to come back around to Drew and Cody at some point.
I mean, I don't know.
I guess they'll probably come back around to it with them doing number one contendership.
Maybe.
Well, while not an official match, that one ruffled some feathers, and the next one also ruffled some feathers. The interaction between Gunther and Dragon Lee was intense. Heavy strikes, stiff contact, and Gunther locking in that sleeper, hanging Lee on the hard cam side was raw brutality at its finest.
Yeah, that didn't need a bell. It already told a story. Pure insanity. Speaking of bells, we have to mention that, you know, Gunther rung his bell by hitting him with the bell.
Yeah.
which like we were talking about earlier, I ain't seen nobody get hit with the bell in a long time.
The way they
don't even use the bell anymore except for to start the match and end it.
The way he had him over the ropes was so good.
Yeah, that was good.
It looked beautiful, and I saw a meme, man. Oh, these people on the internet are wild.
They have no lives, bro, and they're too quick.
You saw
I didn't see it.
You know what I'm talking about?
I did not. You had to show it to me.
Gunther had Dragon Lee there hanging, and it showed Logan Paul with like the shot.
I
know exactly where I'm going with it.
Yeah, the reason why he lost the U.S. Championship and couldn't go to Japan. Yeah, that's oh my gosh.
Oh man, y'all are crazy out there. But let's get into some matches. A big singles match here with Penta, who took on Bronson Reed. This was a clash of styles, speed versus power. Reed tried to overwhelm Penta with size, but Penta survived, countered, and ultimately picked up the win via countout after Reed couldn't make it back in the ring on time.
Yeah, countout wins don't end stories; they keep them burning. That felt intentional. Yeah.
And I thought he was going to make it. It looked like he was going to make it last second. And I love how he sold it where he just like collapsed.
Yeah. Yeah, he can sew his butt off, man.
Yeah. He can make it more believable. I like Bronson Reed. I was going to call him Jonah. Because that's what he was going by after he left.
Oh, but well, he only left for like a cup of coffee.
Yeah, he really did. He really did. But like you said, that was intentional. They're gonna keep this thing going between Reed and Penta. I'm sure this is gonna lead into probably Penta and Phoenix going after the Vision at some point.
Maybe.
Now backstage and in the ring, tensions continued as Liv Morgan, Dominic Mysterio, and Raquel Rodriguez celebrate Liv's Royal Rumble victory. WrestleMania implications were teased, and Raquel made it clear that she wasn't waiting for her opportunity. She was just going to take it.
Yeah, that wasn't subtle. That was intent. You knew something violent was coming.
And it did. That it did. Violence is exactly what we got. When Stephanie Vaquer defended her Women's World Championship against Raquel Rodriguez in a full-on Philly street fight. Chairs, tables, trash cans, everything was legal. Both women took a beating, but Vaquer stayed composed, hit the spinal tap, and retained her title. But this all comes from some interruptions during the match as well.
Yeah, because you know, big sexy Raquel said that she didn't want no help.
No, she didn't. But yeah, Liv showed up, and so did Roxanne, and that kind of convoluted things, messed with the end. Well, I think that completely messed with the ending, because then it was kind of, that was botched, the run-in, and then the run-in from Liv was kind of botched too.
And then the table spot was botched.
Botched as well, and it kind of like slowed it down before it got to the end, which made it not as enjoyable. But other than that, I loved this match.
Yeah, this match was decent.
It was really good. It was probably one of the better Philly street fights I've seen in a minute.
And I just didn't get anything I wanted out of this match. I really expected Raquel to win.
It looked like she was going.
Yeah, no.
I was really hoping for that. Hana bomb.
They were running out on time too, because the ref kept saying, like, you could see the ref like with the urgency, like, hurry up, let's get.
They've been really bad with that recently, because I've heard it a lot. Mm-hmm. Like who was it that came out? It was Braun Breaker that flipped the table.
Yeah.
So Braun flipped the table, and you could hear it in the back, like loud, clear as day. Flip it, flip it, flip it, flip it.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
I was like, oh, geez. So he's flipping the table.
Yeah, like at the Rumble, there was a picture of Liv and one of the dudes in the black, point at the sign. But like, anyway, I didn't get anything I wanted out of this match, but, you know, the match did leave some marks, and in wrestling, scars matter. That division just leveled up. We'll see what happens.
After the match, of course, Liv stormed in and dropped Vaquer with the Oblivion, making it clear that the championship picture just got a little more complicated.
Yeah, we don't know what's going to happen now. It's all
over the place. So
would
you assume, because I want Raquel to win it.
Me too.
But would you assume that Liv wins it and Raquel goes after Liv?
True. I mean,
do we keep Raquel heel or Liv?
Liv heel. Raquel wins women's Money in the Bank, cashes on Liv. Yeah.
We got this. I could see that one happening, but like I said, I really love for Raquel to win it first and have that Batista moment. The thumbs up, thumbs down.
Or what if she has the thing too, the contract, and it's like Jade, which is probably not gonna be Jade anytime soon, because she ain't done nothing with that belt.
That's what Jordan Grace said.
She just collected dust at this point.
I'm sure her and Jordan are gonna have a match here soon, because her and Jordan have been.
I can see them putting that in the
chamber.
Yeah, her title in the chamber.
It's a possibility, but I see it going with Jordan in the singles.
Yeah, maybe.
But who knows? They might do a chamber, like you said, to try and keep her protected.
Yeah.
So that's Raw. Every match, every moment, and a clear direction forward. Roman laid down the law. New contenders made statements. Titles were defended, and WrestleMania paths started to form. Nothing felt wasted, and nothing felt accidental.
Yeah, if you walked away thinking that mattered, then Raw did its job. Their whole promo was, I hate you.
It was great, though.
It was good.
It was probably the
I'm
best.
picking you because I hate you.
Bro, that was probably the best promo I've seen cut from Roman.
Yeah, in a while.
And Punk killed it, too. They were able to scrap with each other toe-to-toe. And Roman has come a long way from suffering such a match.
Gosh, I hate you.
Nobody's going to forget that. So,
I mean, if I was going to quote a horrible Reigns promo, if you want to be the big dog, you got to do your job. Cena flamed him. Yeah. But you know, I think it was
him and Punk flamed each other on this
was good though.
It was really good.
It was good. I can't. And then because I knew eventually it was gonna come out when he said, "Who do you think they asked?"
I love when he did that. What do you say, Zebros or that?
Yeah,
that was great.
Yeah, it was good.
Oh my god.
That's why I said it earlier because I saw that meme. It was like, this is our main event, and it was them back to back.
Zebros. They didn't even really have lines in the movie. They had like 2 lines.
Zebros.
Oh, man.
Hey, they got payday for that, though.
Yeah, they did. But the crowd loved it as they stood nose to nose. They roared through the whole thing. They were at the edge of their seat.
Yeah, they were invested. Super invested.
They were really invested. You heard the oohs and the ahs as everybody started ripping on each other. And, man, the way Roman ripped into Punk was great. The way Punk ripped into Roman was great. It was just perfect. We couldn't have had this with Roman and Punk back in the day when they were both on the roster.
Yeah, and then I just think Roman came out shining on this promo for sure.
Yeah, he did. Mm-hmm. But with that said, let's keep it rolling.
Rolling.
We cap everything off with WWE NXT. And this episode mattered quite a bit. We saw a lot of titles on the line. Because at the end of this show, we had a new NXT champion. We had a clear shift in direction. The night kicked off with Shawn Michaels addressing the NXT locker room and officially introducing Robert Stone as the new interim general manager of NXT.
That immediately tells you that this show is turning a new page. New leaders always mean new opportunities and priorities, you know, and you could feel the reset right away. TNA is always on a reset, on a reboot.
You mean NXT?
Oh yeah, sorry, not TNA. Yeah, but yeah, TNA.
Your mind is too much on AJ Styles coming back to TNA.
Well, it's because there's so much integration right now in TNA and NXT still, so
true.
I kind of get mixed up. They're both pretty much the same show at this point.
Yeah, Stone lays out that tonight isn't about speeches, but it's about action. Titles will be defended, contenders will be tested, and the NXT Championship will be decided before the night is over.
Bum, bum, bum.
We get straight into the championship action as Izzy Dame defends her Women's North American Championship in a triple threat against Thea Hale and Lola Vice. This one was fast, physical, and chaotic, exactly what you would expect from a three-way. Hale brings the intensity as she always does. Lola brings that edge and those kicks and those punches as she does, being a former MMA fighter. But Izzy Dame still survives the storm and retains her title.
Triple threats, exposed champions. Izzy didn't dodge. She endured. That's what keeps you credible, of course.
Yeah, and then to win in a heel fashion of tossing someone out after, you know, they did their move is always, I always like that spot.
Yeah. This was blasphemy, bro.
Next up, we shift gears with the Speed Championship Tournament as Elio LaFleur takes on Charlie Dempsey. It was technical, methodical, and sharp, but of course we had that time limit, so it was also fast. LaFleur manages to outmaneuver Dempsey and advances in the tournament. Now, Dempsey coming back in a speed match, I didn't care for it.
No.
Dempsey has been gone for a minute, and I'd rather see him in
the title picture,
or even like what was that called? The Heritage Cup, like a Heritage Cup match. I'd rather see him in one of those too, not a speed match.
Yeah, well, it is what it is. That felt like chess, not checkers. Every move mattered. That tournament wrestling, that's tournament wrestling done right.
Yeah, especially if you're trying to do the speed thing and you have someone like LaFleur. It's a perfect guy to be.
Peter LaFleur.
Peter LaFleur.
Yeah.
I just watched that movie back not that long ago. I love dodgeball.
You can dodge a wrench. You can dodge a ball. Pinch poke. You owe me a Coke. No pinch backs.
You know I don't do Coke.
Pinch poke. You owe me a Pepsi.
Never that.
Oh, Pepsi. Pepsi got Pepsi, man.
Yep. Pepsi Phil.
Pepsi Chris. Yeah.
Next up, we shift gear. Or we did that. Haha. Psych. No. We also see some cross-brand gold on the line as the Elegance brand defends their Knockouts Tag Team Champions against Sol Ruca and Zarya.
Finally.
Sol and Zarya bring the athleticism, but the champions stay one step ahead and retain, giving the tension and the rift between Zarya.
Finally. Because I'm tired of waiting.
I said that too, but like, why is it just because of the Rumble? That was a dumb way to be like, oh, you left us for the Rumble and push her down and all that. But I mean, Zarya has some perfect heel energy, and I'd love to see what they're gonna do with her moving forward as she turns heel.
Yeah, that experience beating. That experience beating. Excitement. My bad. The challengers impressed, but the champions stayed champions. This was just a good match. I did love the Soul Snatcher that she gave Zarya. She didn't know who was there.
The Elegance brand was on their stuff that.
Oh my gosh, that girl was so short.
Oh.
Oh my gosh! I'm like, what the heck am I watching?
Crazy, right?
Like, she's so tiny.
When you see it, like, because you see it on TNA, which they don't have a lot of huge people.
And I feel like their ring's a little smaller.
It is smaller.
It has to be 18 by 18.
Yeah, it is. I think it's not even 18 by 18. I think it's a 12 by 12.
Oh, well, anyway, regardless.
Like the indies. But
that chick is tiny.
Yeah. Yeah, it's funny to see whenever talent goes from a smaller ring and just like a promotion like that where they tend to have smaller people and see them like with all the bigger people of WWE, it just makes them look like they're towering over.
Yeah, it was great though.
But I mean, that was a good aesthetic for the match too, to see like, oh man, Sol Ruca and Zarya is gonna have this. Look at this little girl.
Oh yeah, it was a good match though. I can't complain. This was a squash match.
Oh yeah, we got some tag action with Stax teaming up with Lexus King against Chase University's Andre Chase and Uriah Connors. Stax and King picked up the victory, continuing to build their chemistry and momentum. Connors then looks, as he's walking away from Chase U after the match, he kind of like waved it off and walked away.
Yeah.
So we'll have to wait and see when Connors comes back and what he does, if he's gonna be against Chase U, if he's gonna turn heel, or are you just gonna go on his own way?
You can go your own way. That pairing keeps getting more dangerous. They're not flashy, they're effective.
And I love that pairing, man. I enjoy what they're doing with the whole TNA invasion and everything like that. It's just a shame that not many people see it, especially with Lexus King's work over there in TNA, that when he goes over there.
I know this is kind of off subject, but did you see my boy make a return with Carl Anderson? Festus?
Oh, yes. At Battle Riot.
Yeah, it was funny.
Yeah, at Battle Riot, Killer Cross won the MLW title as well.
It's a work.
So he's the MLW champ. Too bad he didn't show up at Rumble all strapped up with the MLW title. That would have been dope.
Yeah.
But let's get into the main event where everything was building towards the 7-man ladder match to crown the NXT champion. The competitors were Joe Hendry, Ricky Saints, Keanu Carver, Jackson Drake, Sean Legacy, Shiloh Hill.
Bolieve.
He does.
He looks like a super tall
and Deion Lennox.
Bo Dallas.
From the opening bell, this match was pure chaos. Ladders everywhere, bodies crashing, momentum swinging every 30 seconds.
This wasn't survival. This was punishment. Everyone paid the price.
And that spot from Shiloh Hill, the whole Jeff Hardy spot, the stilt spot was
perfect.
So perfectly.
That was good.
And man, that guy's got some good balance because Jeff Hardy was struggling when he did that. And Shiloh Hill made it look easy.
He probably practiced that for a while.
He had to, but I thought that was going to lead to something. And it did. Keanu Carver that ripped the and then boom hit him with that slam. Yeah, that was.
Did he try to pin him?
No, he didn't try to pin him this time. But that was a beautiful spot, and Shiloh Hill worked that one good. So did Keanu Carver. One by one, the contenders were taken out though, and in the end, it's Joe Hendry climbing the ladder to pull down the NXT Championship and become the new NXT champion. Of course, they teased Ricky Saints becoming the champ. But someone said Joe Hendry, and he appeared on that ladder.
Oh, gosh.
He ran up that ladder, and that spot from Ricky.
Yeah, it looks scary. Like his head was like right under the rope.
It looked like he got caught in the throat by the ropes.
Ooh,
but that impact was wild. And Keanu Carver going off and breaking the ladder, that one was a scary moment as well. This one had a lot of good spots, and it wasn't over convoluted with spots. It was all the right spots for the right people. Yeah,
and that's a moment. No shortcuts, no controversy. Just that Joe earned that. But I gotta sing it like I believe in Joe Hendry. Joe Hendry. Oh yeah, freaking book, man. And he be killing it.
I believe in Joe Hendry.
Joe Hendry. All gravelly.
He had to do it for someone now that Trick's not there, right?
Hey, but now everybody in NXT can wave your hands from side to side. Side to side.
But NXT closes with the new champion, new leadership, and a clear direction forward. Joe Hendry stands at top of the brand. Divisions are moving, and nothing feels stagnant.
That's how you end the show. Answers tonight. Questions tomorrow. And Joe Hendry is champion.
And that was NXT. And with that said, that is all we have for you today. We're trying not to run too long. Let me see how far we got. Because last time we were still pretty long. Oh, still pretty long. Still in that hour and 20 minutes, unfortunately.
That's what she said.
That is all we have for you today, folks. We hope y'all have a wonderful weekend and a wonderful rest of your week as we get into February and the loving season.
Loving you.
I'm
not doing that.
You said I'm not doing that.
We gotta keep y'all entertained too, man.
But that is all we have for you today, folks. Make sure you keep an eye out for that review that we'll be doing on Bad Blood 97. And we hope to see you there. And you got anything else to add, Pat?
Nah. I did, but I think I said everything I had to say.
Okay. So, with that said, I'm Chris.
And I'm Pat.
And this
was your Wrestle WreMarks.
Thanks for watching. Like, share, and subscribe. Find us wherever you get your podcasts.